Hey everybody, it's Christine, and today I have a new video for you showcasing the Flavors of the Month kit from the ScrapRoom. I'm using the My Mind's Eye page kit. You can see there's a lot of really pretty floral patterns, but the B-side is a little more generic. And I'm going to actually be working with the B-side primarily on this because I am going to be doing a boy layout, and so I want to really bring out some of these patterns and the blues. So the first thing I'm doing is taking this blue paper that kind of almost sort of looks like it's got like railroad tracks going on or something. I'm going to take that and I am cutting out strips from it to use to create a unique background. Next up, I'm going to use some white cardstock for my base, and then I am going to take these strips and do some weaving. I've noticed lots of people doing weaving lately on layouts with different patterned papers, and it's not something I've done in a while, so I thought it would be a fun addition today. Also, using these thicker strips makes it a little bit easier to tackle. Doesn't require quite so much weaving, if you will, and makes, since I'm using the same patterned paper and stuff, I don't have to worry about, if I've got this color here or that color there. Really just going straight forward and weaving. You can see it ends up creating a really cool looking background. I did not use any kind of measuring. I eyeballed it and just tried to keep things straight. If that's important to you, you definitely can measure. I didn't feel like with the embellishments I knew I wanted to add that I needed to worry too much about how exactly precise everything was in this case. Next up, I'm going to pull in two pictures, and these ones are cut to be square and matted on white cardstock, and I am going to use those on the layout. Now, you saw I pulled a row out right there because I felt like once I set the pictures on there, it was a little too much going on. And so things went from 4 vertical lines to 3 horizontal lines. And that's just something you kind of have to eyeball and see what's working for you. The next thing I'm going to do is pull in the other patterned papers. And what I did is I just cut those into circles using my metal die cut or metal dies. And now I'm just kind of figuring out where to place those accordingly. Circles are a great way to use a lot of patterned papers on a smaller scale, but also a great way to break up all the lines that I had going at that point. Between the lines and the pictures being on there straight, I needed something with some softer edges to add. I am going to pull out my fine tip black pen and do a little outlining just to make everything pop a little bit more, particularly my weaved lines there. I want them to pop off. This is kind of an important thing to do, whether it's taking ink to the edges of things or outlining when you've got a lot of patterns like I do. It just helps to break everything up and give some clear lines and breaks in between them. And the next thing I'm going to do is pull out some foam stickers from Jelly Bean Soup, and I'm going to use those for my title. These are from an older page kit from the ScrapRoom. As you know, the page kits come with embellishments, they come with patterned papers. Sometimes you're able to make your whole title and your entire layout with it. Sometimes you need to add a little bit more to it. This was one of the days where I added a little bit more, but not a ton. Still primarily working with the kit, but for my title especially, I needed a little bit something extra. Keep in mind also that these kits come with 4 different page kits, so you have got a world of options. In a project that I'm going to show tomorrow here on my channel, I have a layout that uses pieces from 2 page kits this month. And what I do too is I just keep my stash that's left over from other page kits and just pull that out when I need to make a title or when I need extra embellishments, and a lot of times that covers it for me. Now you can see I went with that black title because I had the black outlining going on and I thought it would fit really well. And this is where I do pull out my ruler. I pull out that T ruler just to check and make sure that my title is straight. A little bit tricky when you're working with both a script font and a print font. I'm going to go ahead and add some journaling to the bottom right hand corner, again using my fine tip black pen. And I am using my T ruler again to line things up. I love to use it this way. Again, I'm not necessarily measuring as much as just trying to keep things straight. And then I'm going to just add on some little embellishments here and there. So you can see I've pulled in some cardstock, some stickers to add to my circles. Those all come from the page kit and the embellishment kit. And then I'm adding on some of the black hearts from the Jelly Bean Soup sticker sheet that I used for the title. And just kind of looking at all the different things, what options do I have within the page kit to add some little details? I'm not looking to change the entire look of the layout, but just to take the details to the next level. Finally, this is pretty normal for me. I'm going to finish the whole thing off with some Nuvo drops. You know, Nuvo drops, enamel dots, kind of one and the same purpose for me. Just adds a little pop of color around clusters, and this one, in this case, I'm using yellow to complement the yellow throughout the layout. Thank you so much for joining me today. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Check out all the kits at the Scrap Room if you haven't already this month. And we will see you again next time.